from former classmates and teachers, from families, and of course from fans. And I'd like to welcome you all here tonight. Chris Jericho will be here in just a few minutes. He's going to be talking about his book and reading from it, A Lion's Tale, published by H.B. Fenn and Company. There will be a short time for questions, and this will be followed by a book signing. Right now I'd like to turn things over to Joe Aiello. Many of you will know him from the Tom and Joe Show on 92 Citi FM and the Sunday night sports show. He will be introducing Chris Jericho. Please welcome Joe Aiello.
Thank you very much. Honored to be here tonight at McNally Robinson, and I'm going to keep this real short because I know why you're here. First of all, just a couple of stats for you. The only performer to have held 6 different titles in the 44-year history of World Wrestling Entertainment. How about it? He's a talented actor, television personality, radio host, thank God he hasn't taken my job, rock star, wrestling superstar, and now a best-selling author, thanks to you good people. He's the first undisputed heavyweight champion of the WWE and WCW.
Winnipeg zone!
Just like the old days, I gotta do it one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Winnipeg, the Manitoba of rock and roll, Chris Jericho! Is this the lineup for the Lance Bass autograph signing? Because that's what I came for. I feel like I'm a member of the McNally Swiss family Robinson up in this treehouse. This is crazy. How you guys doing? It's funny because this is like day 27 of my book tour, and it's actually the last day, and what a great place to end it off, in the place where it all started, right here in Winnipeg, with all you guys. And has everybody here read A Lion's Tale Around the World in Spandex? You can lie and say you've read it even if you haven't. I'll never know the difference.
Okay, yeah, it's great.
You know, there's a lot of great stories about Winnipeg in that book, and it's cool because to come back, like I said, and it's funny because I heard something about doing a reading. And what am I going to read? Like, you guys have to read it. I already wrote it. I'm not going to actually read it, too. I'm not going to do all the work for you guys. Come on, don't be so lazy, Winnipeggers. But what we can do is maybe do like a little Q and A or something like that, which would be kind of cool. If you guys have questions to ask about the book, or, you know, what kind of underwear I wear, whatever you can. I don't know if we have another microphone. Are we doing that, or am I just going to you guys just going to shout really loud, or just yell? Okay. Do you have a microphone? Okay. All right, that's fine. I feel like I'm the king and you're all the subjects. It's very strange, especially in the treehouse. So I don't know, I could be like the teacher in the class. If you guys have a question, maybe raise your hand or something. We'll do that for a couple minutes. It's not like I'm going to have a lot of time to talk, though, because there's so many of you guys here. So you guys don't really want to hear me talk. You want me to sign your books and wash your cars and make the sandwiches or whatever I'm supposed to do. But if you have questions, let's do a few. Maybe raise your hand if you have something. Nobody? You got one there, big guy? Let's go. Yes, I'm coming back July 7th, 2012.
Good answer. Save us.
I wouldn't tell you. I'm a magician with many secrets and many tricks. It's so fun.
What?
You want me to tell you what you're getting for Christmas, too?
Yes.
You gotta wait until the moment that it happens. It's much more fun that way. But eventually.
Leave it Sunday, okay?
You have to read. Yes, sir.
Is wrestling coming back from Winnipeg at all?
Does wrestling come back? I don't know. Winnipeg's a great wrestling town. There's no doubt about it. I mean, actually, the reason it's this guy's fault right here. He's the Winnipeg promoter for the WWE. Why don't you guys ever come to Winnipeg, Bob? I know. I'm not going to put you on the mic because you're going to talk for an hour. Because you're not on the card. So maybe I think it's because of the routing and stuff. Hopefully soon is the question. They actually came a month ago to have a show at the old Winnipeg Arena, and they showed up and it was flattened and gone. They didn't know where to go, so they left. They went over to Fargo or something.
Who was your favorite person to work with in the ring?
I changed my. Someone wants to know what happened to my hair. I changed my wig. It's a different wig. I actually went bald at 12 years old. So. Thanks a lot for making me feel bad for changing my wig. Favorite opponent was probably, I had so many over the years. There was a guy in Japan I worked with, if you've read the book. Now you all have a mission to read this book. And I'm going to come to each and every one of your houses and give you all pop quizzes. I have all your names and addresses, all of yours. So you have to read it. But there's a guy in Japan I worked with called Ultimo Dragon, which was a great opponent for me because I worked with him probably maybe 100 times and had really good matches. And it kind of was the match I had with him at the Sumo Arena in Tokyo was one that helped me get into ECW, which helped me get into WCW. So that was kind of my calling card. And from this era, probably The Rock, I always enjoyed working with him. Had great chemistry, great heel, great bad guy, great good guy, and just do anything that it took to have a good show. So.
What did it feel like winning the Undisputed Championship?
It was like winning an Oscar, win the Undisputed Championship after years of work. I mean, it took me a long time to get to the WWE. It took me 9 years to get there, and A Lion's Tale, Around the World with Spandex, available in fine bookstores near you, like this one, actually was, is the story of how long it took for me to get there and all the trials and tribulations I went through. So to finally end up getting to the WWE and then becoming the Undisputed Champion was a real pat in the back, very like a reward for a job well done.
Who do you keep in touch with?
I keep in touch with myself. As much as possible. It's like war buddies, man. You go to war with the guys, and you don't see them for a while, but when you see them after a couple of years, it's like nothing has ever passed. Like it's the next day. So a few of the guys. I'm not going to start giving a list. Funaki.
Okay.
Funaki's my best buddy. How about him? My worst opponent, like the guy who sucked, or the guy who beat me up the worst? There's this guy in Mexico, actually in Japan, he was called Kamikaze, and he was really, really bad, and I had to wrestle him this night. It was like minus 20 outside, and in Japan the arenas don't have heat or air conditioning in them, so in the summer it's really hot, and in the winter it's really cold. And it was so bad that I was just hitting him as hard as I could because I was just so mad at him. And you know, you try and catch a football and it's cold out, and you catch it and your hand hurts. Like that's what my hands were. I was actually hurting myself from hitting him so hard. He was too stupid to feel it. I was like, feel pain, why don't you? So, yes.
If you were going to make sandwiches, what kind would you make?
Probably a nice ham with Dijon on some fine cracked rye bread. It's beautiful. How about this guy right there? Yeah, you.
Your teacher's here, so you better be good.
Oh. Which teacher?
Give me the strap.
Really? Mrs. Owen? Yeah! Mrs. Owen! That is my grade 4 and 5. 2 years.
2 years.
Oh, that's crazy. This is all your fault. See what happened? Oh, yeah. Hear that, Dad? My teacher is angry with the language in my book. So my dad said, yeah, I really enjoyed your book, but I wasn't too happy with some of the language. You played in the NHL for 12 years. You didn't talk like that? He said, yeah, I did, but I just never wrote it down. Oh, that's great. Mrs. Owen is here. That's very cool.
What was your favorite match?
We just kind of talked about that. My favorite match. Oh no, I didn't talk about that. I'm crazy. Probably maybe WrestleMania 19 against Shawn Michaels. To have a match at such a big stage like that, and many people said it was like the best match on the show. So that was probably my favorite. See, it was. These guys say it was the best match on the show. So it was the best match on the show. Cool.
We only got 12 minutes though.
Anybody else? How about you? Cool purple hair. The use of steroids, they just stop it. It doesn't make a difference. Steroids doesn't make a good wrestler bad, and it doesn't make a bad wrestler good, and wrestlers will still be bigger than the average Joe because we train very, very hard. So if it's an issue, then just get rid of it. Make it illegal. If you do steroids, you have to go to Siberia.